Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Jackson, licensed professional counselor. Today we're going to talk about the building blocks of self-care. Self-care is all the rage. We are talking about it. We probably are even tired of people talking about it. It's okay to say it if you are. It's fine. So we're going to kind of dig in and kind of define self-care and then talk about the building blocks of self-care. First, if you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Smash that button, subscribe, so you can get notifications of my videos that I have come out weekly. As things are progressing, I do want to hear from you guys about topics that you would like to have me talk about. So that being said, if my technological skills are where I feel they should be, there'll be a meme popping up here, and it has just really two kind of speedometers. One where it and for those, or I won't say speedometers, actually, like the gas tank. That's more accurate. So the meme will have it has two kind of like gas tanks, and we know when the gas tank is at a quarter, most people have been trained that once your gas tank is at a quarter, that's when it's time to refill. Oftentimes what we do is we wait till it's like on E or even past E sometimes to refill, and that's the same thing we do with self-care. We wait till we are like exhausted to say, oh, I need a vacation, or hey, I need a break. And so there's some reasons behind that. There's a lot of reasons behind why that is and why that's kind of like a universal truth. We are a busy, multitasking world, and we're often overcommitted and have a very, very high sense of responsibility and unrealistic expectations of ourselves. And so we have to be conscientious about truly paying attention to ourselves and making sure we actually have a lifestyle of self-care versus just scheduling self-care. Okay, and so we're going to define self-care and kind of really take a look at like what it means and what it looks like for us, like on a regular basis, because it's more than just Netflix. It's more than just massages. It's more than just playing basketball with fellas. Self-care is deeper than that. Okay, and so before we're just going to define self-care, and we'll talk about the different areas of self-care next video. All right, so self-care is the process of taking care of oneself with behaviors that promote health and active management of your physical health and, of course, your mental health. Okay, so I'm gonna read that again. Self-care is the process of taking care of oneself with behaviors and promote health and active management. It seems like we have, right, for after we were born, someone after we were born, someone stepped in, whether it's parent, adoptive, grandmother, someone stepped in and took care of us. They did the best that they could, and they took care of our needs. And then somewhere in like teenage to young adulthood, we started taking care of ourselves. And I don't know if maybe that's where the self-care is missing. Like, it seems like maybe we weren't taught to truly take care of ourselves, or didn't see what that looked like, or there's some things that, just being honest, we know what to do, but we just like, I don't want to do it for whatever reason. It looks too hard, too much like work. I'm already stressed, gotta add meal prepping, so much. And at the same time, we know that that's something that would help us to feel better and take care of ourselves. So, the building blocks, that's what we're getting to. So we define self-care, active management. really, of taking care of our needs. And so the building blocks, one of them, which I kind of alluded to, is discipline. We have to be able to be steadfast to the needs that we have, to truly manage our needs. They are needs. These aren't like these are not like things that are negotiable. They're non-negotiable needs. We have needs, and we have to make time and build structure to attend to our needs. I know. It's rough. And so we can't procrastinate around it. We can't avoid it. Even though it just feels like so much. I actually have to do this. Like, this is adulting, right? We talk about this, but it's serious. It's serious, again, because these are needs, necessities. Number 2, it's self-awareness. So remember the meme, and if I have my... I'm really hoping that when I edit this video, I will be able to put this up, okay? Cross your fingers. So if it is up there, do you see the 2 gauges of gas tank, and one is on E, one is on quarter tank, one is on past E. And the reason why we get to past E, because we are not paying attention to ourselves. We are moving. We are grooving. We are handling everything. We're juggling all our responsibilities, and oftentimes we are not attending to ourselves. I have grown to be more honest when people ask me how I'm doing. So I'll say, I don't know. I don't know if I've actually sat down and really paid attention to myself to know how I'm doing. I'm just doing. And that sometimes, well, that most of the time gets in the way of us knowing when it's time to say pause, or when it's time to say, let me schedule some things, let me restructure some things so that I can do some restorative care, so that I can build in some restorative care. Now, I want to kind of get away from the idea of like self-care being scheduled. Self-care, again, is a part of life, your everyday life. Number 3. So of course we need discipline. We need to be able to do the things we know we should be doing. I know I said should, but I'm gonna hold fast to that should. Things that we know are important to us, and things that we need to pay attention to ourselves. We need to be self-aware. We need to do a check, like, how am I physically doing? How am I emotionally doing? What is my body? Oh, it's tension in my back. Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. Like, we need to truly attend to ourselves. Number 3, we have to have healthy boundaries in order to have self-care. In order to truly practice self-care, we have to have healthy boundaries. We have to be able to say no. And we have to be able to say yes for those who have rigid boundaries, especially in an area I often see, just being honest, I often see people who have rigid boundaries. Typically it's in the area of connection in people, okay? So we might need to be more open to connecting with others so that we're meeting our need for social connection. Yes, that is an actual need. Okay. And number 4, we need communication skills. We need healthy communication skills in order to, 1, communicate with ourselves, especially in the area of discipline. So oftentimes when we're trying to get ourselves to do something that we, for whatever reason, are having like a lack of motivation to do, we're kind of mean to ourselves. So I brought my friend. I bought her. It's my Be Kind sign. Be kind to yourself, okay? In the area of discipline and being kind. So I'm not saying that you are not being firm with yourself. You can be firm and be kind and say, Alicia, what did we say? We're not procrastinating about this anymore, so let's get up. Let's do what we need to do. Okay. I was still kind to myself. I was just a little firm. And so making sure we are using affirming language and kind language when talking to ourselves. and others. And if we need to set healthy boundaries, we need to let the person know, I am so sorry. I don't have space in my capacity for that this time. Or if it is to a loved one, telling them like, no, I'm not going to be able to do this. Or if it's telling yourself, okay, yes, I'm going to go hang out even though I really don't feel like it. Why? Because I need social connection. Need communication skills. These are the building blocks of self-care. Discipline, self-awareness, healthy boundaries, communication skills. You got it. I believe in you. See you next time.